Throughout the history of our planet, civilizations have emerged, developed, and vanished mysteriously, leaving behind traces that continue to spark curiosity among modern scientists. The Silurian Hypothesis, which suggests the possibility of an ancient civilization existing long before humanity, serves as an intellectual bridge connecting past mysteries with modern scientific inquiry. Today, it compels us to look at Earth's geological history through a new lens, using the tools and knowledge accumulated over generations to search for potential evidence of such civilizations. In recent times, the development of advanced technologies in archaeological and geological sciences has enabled us to explore these questions with unprecedented depth. Techniques such as radiometric dating, seismic profiling, and satellite imaging have allowed scientists to explore sections of Earth's crust that hold secrets of past epochs. These technologies contribute to a modern understanding where the past isn't just a narrative of human history, but a dynamic continuum that includes deep-time geological processes. Contemporary science actively blends knowledge from multiple disciplines, including geology, paleoclimatology, and astrobiology. For instance, the study of isotopic and elemental compositions in sedimentary rocks has revealed potential markers of past industrial activity. This cross-disciplinary approach parallels how astronomers look for biosignatures on other planets, where the aim is to detect life through chemical traces. Such techniques underscore the idea that understanding Earth's past civilizations might not be entirely different from searching for extraterrestrial life forms. Modern scientists face significant challenges in these pursuits, given that geological processes over millions of years can erase or significantly alter evidence. There is an ongoing debate about what constitutes definitive proof of a pre-human civilization. Fossilization and tectonic activities might have destroyed or deeply buried traces of ancient societies, if such societies ever existed. Overcoming these challenges requires innovative approaches and the inclusion of emerging fields, such as machine learning, to analyze vast data sets and identify subtle patterns indicating past human-like activities. Despite these challenges, the relevance of the Silurian hypothesis in contemporary science is profound. As we strive to understand the extremes of geological and biological evolution on our planet, this hypothesis helps stretch our imagination beyond anthropocentric views, placing humanity's achievements in the broader context of planetary science. It challenges existing paradigms and drives scientific inquiry that encourages us to think more critically about our ecological footprint and the long-term sustainability of human civilization. Significantly, the Silurian hypothesis also finds its relevance in discussions about climate change and environmental stewardship. By considering potential histories of ancient industrial civilizations, we are prompted to reflect on the long-term impacts humanity might leave in the geologic record and understand how current actions might one day be interpreted by future observers analyzing Earth's geologic layers. Thus, modern developments surrounding the Silurian hypothesis illustrate a natural evolution of historical curiosity into a robust area of scientific speculation and research. It is a direct testament to the continuity of human endeavor. It inspires future scientific exploration and embodies the ongoing quest to understand not just where we came from, but how we might wisely tread into the future. In our quest to understand the universe and our place within it, the Silurian Hypothesis serves as a poignant reminder of how history and speculative inquiry can provide profound insights into our current challenges. This hypothesis, which questions whether an advanced species could have existed on Earth long before humans, underscores the necessity of re-examining our assumptions about the past to better navigate the complexities of the present and future. From a contemporary standpoint, the Silurian Hypothesis is significant because it invites us to think critically about the fragility of civilizations and the clues they leave behind. And this line of inquiry is particularly relevant in today's world, where concerns about climate change, environmental sustainability, and existential risks are paramount. By contemplating the possibility that Earth might have harbored advanced civilizations before us, we gain a heightened awareness of how civilizations can rise and fall. This perspective encourages us to consider the impermanence of human accomplishments and the importance of sustainable practices to ensure the survival of our own civilization. The lessons we extract from this speculation are multifaceted. First, the hypothesis affirms the importance of advanced technologies for the long-term survival of species. Our explorations into ancient geologic records and climate data could teach us about the impacts that current human activities might have on Earth's future. This historical approach provides a diagnostic framework for assessing the anthropogenic effects on Earth's systems and offers us a mirror through which we can visualize potential futures, motivating us to mitigate negative impacts on our planet. Moreover, the continuous advances in fields such as geology, paleontology, and chemistry that investigate such hypotheses exemplify the power of interdisciplinary research. This interconnected approach underscores how collaboration across scientific disciplines yields deeper insights that are crucial for tackling worldwide issues such as climate change and conserving biodiversity. We can draw parallels between hypothesized past events and current trends, exploring how historical resilience, or lack thereof, could inform our preparation for global crises. The ongoing influence of the Silurian Hypothesis rests in its power to stimulate dialogue about how we measure and classify the legacy of civilizations. By challenging us to consider the long-term markers of intelligent life, this hypothesis propels advancements in detecting biosignatures and technosignatures, an endeavor not only important for understanding our own history, but also foundational to the search for extraterrestrial life. These research pursuits foster technological innovations that have wider applications in environmental monitoring and conservation, enhancing our capacity to address pressing ecological concerns. Looking to the future, this historical inquiry will maintain its relevance as a symbolic touchstone. Understanding history through the prism of the Silurian Hypothesis not only enriches our appreciation of humanity's place in planetary history, but also reinforces a culture of vigilance and informed stewardship over Earth's future. As we continue to explore the cosmos and unravel the mysteries that define it, we are reminded that comprehending both our origins and our potential trajectories is essential for crafting a resilient and sustainable future. Thus, the Silurian Hypothesis transforms from a speculative consideration into a compelling narrative about the interconnectedness of human endeavor and the natural world, driving home the message that knowledge of the past is indispensable wisdom for navigating the uncertainties of tomorrow. In our quest to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos, one fascinating hypothesis emerges from a convergence of geology, astrobiology, and environmental science, questioning the uniqueness of humanity as an advanced civilization on Earth. At the core of this hypothesis lies the curious notion of a pre-human civilization's period of expansion and influence, dubbed the Silurian Hypothesis. This speculative narrative, inspired by evidence and theory, imagines an alternate timeline where an ancient civilization reached its zenith long before humanity existed. To understand such expansion, we must consider mechanisms of growth that could parallel our understanding of societal development. For this proposed civilization expansion might have been enabled by technological advancements that harnessed natural resources in unprecedented ways. As with human civilizations, they might have achieved territorial dominance through mastery of agriculture, colonizing vast tracts of land, and stabilizing food supplies to support an ever-growing population. Additionally, the exploitation of energy sources, perhaps comparable to fossil fuels or alternative energies, could have driven industrial surges that propped up complex infrastructures and fostered economic growth. The pinnacle of their achievements would likely be found in their technological prowess and cultural sophistication. An ancient civilization on Earth might have achieved astronomical observations and theoretical insights akin to those we have today, with the use of advanced instruments and methodologies. They could have understood and mapped the cosmos with astonishing precision, making startling predictions of cosmic events and exploring early astrobiology in ways that set the groundwork for their lasting influence. In terms of intellectual reach, this civilization's knowledge could have been disseminated across their world through enduring cultural artifacts, literature, or digital means, offering insight into their interpretation of existence and the universe's vast mechanics. Their influence might have transcended mere territorial expansion, becoming a phenomenon that shaped global consciousness. The sphere of influence of this hypothetical civilization, while speculative, would encompass not only their home planet, but potentially interstellar aspirations. If they indeed harness technologies capable of exploring beyond Earth's confines, their reach would extend culturally and scientifically into our galaxy, echoing desires that humanity harbors today. Imposing their cultural narratives across disparate regions, they could have cultivated interconnected societies that shared language, religion, and scientific knowledge, with advanced explorations forming part of their identity. The impact of such expansion on other life forms, or indeed nascent human ancestors, could have been profound, leading to ecological shifts that set the stage for future biodiverse transitions. The hypothetical civilization's manipulation of the planet's resources might have accelerated or altered evolutionary paths, forming a legacy that endured even after their decline. While this notion triggers elaborate speculation, it serves as an intellectual exercise that expands our grasp of civilizations and beckons us to consider clues hidden in the geological record. The debris of such a civilization, buried deep in stratified layers of Earth, might comprise unrecognizable materials or artifacts, much like the fossilized remnants observing the profound impacts humanity leaves today. In contemplating this period of expansion, we align an ancient narrative with Earth's dynamic story, one that continues to evolve as humanity embarks on its own cosmic journey. As we peer through telescopes and extend our reach beyond the stars, embracing the possibility of others who might have come before us, challenges the very core of our self-perception and emphasizes the transitory nature of civilizations in the grand orchestration of the cosmos. This narrative beckons us to reflect not only on the lasting echoes of our own society, but on the profound, interconnected tapestry of life that binds us to our celestial home. As we embark on our exploration of the Silurian Hypothesis, one pertinent question arises. Could there have been an advanced civilization on Earth long before humans? To comprehend this intriguing possibility, we must delve into the early development and growth of such a hypothetical civilization, tracing how foundational steps could have matured into more complex forms over millennia. Imagine a world teeming with life about 400 million years ago during the Silurian period. This ancient Earth was vibrant with marine ecosystems, the early colonization of land by plants, and the gradual appearance of terrestrial arthropods. Within this cradle of biodiversity, conditions were set that might have allowed for the evolution of intelligent life. If such a civilization existed, its growth would have likely paralleled the mannerisms of civilizations that came eons later. Territorial expansion might have been limited by the vastly different geographical landscape of ancient Earth. Perhaps they would have settled in fertile areas, rich with resources, the way rivers cradled the initial human civilizations. Their cultural growth, while speculative, could have arisen from artistic expressions and early technological innovations. In terms of political growth, power structures likely emerged reflective of cooperation and competition over essential resources. This growth would have facilitated advancements in technology, nurtured perhaps by unmet needs and problem-solving dynamics. Key developments during this early phase might have included the harnessing of fire, which would have been a revolutionary breakthrough, fueling quicker technological progress and greater territorial expansion. Tools, potentially crafted from the rudimentary materials available, may have signified early innovation, granting them leverage to further manipulate their environment. This tool-making endeavor could very well have led to architectural evolution, apparent in forms of settled communities or diplomatic structures, signifying early government concepts. The defining characteristics of this early civilization would find roots in adaptability and resilience. This formative period, blanketed in secrecy, would set long-lasting elements, such as perhaps a fundamental understanding of sustainability, given the reliance on natural resources. Language or other complex communication forms could have developed, fostering communal bonds and knowledge transfer critical for survival and growth. Despite this organic and seemingly flowing growth, early challenges would be abundant. Climatic fluctuations, resource scarcity, and environmental pressures would pose significant hurdles. Addressing these might mirror practices found in later civilizations. Resource management could become a cornerstone to ensure sustainability, and the development of cooperative alliances or trade systems might become essential survival strategies. War or conflict over resources might also give rise to new forms of societal organization and innovation in technology or strategy. Such a civilization's early development phase would exhibit a sense of momentum, aligning with organic growth and expansion patterns, later evident in human history, yet ultimately harnessing unique complexities of prehistoric Earth. As we peer back through the narratives concocted using data from paleontology and geology, we find insightful parallels and deviations that contribute meaningfully to understanding humanity's place in the cosmic timeline. Our consideration of the Silurian Hypothesis allows us to ponder the vivid tapestry of life's potential development, a hypothetical precedent for humanity's own journey on Earth, where early choices and circumstances sculpt eventual outcomes. While speculative, these narratives kindle the imagination and challenge the boundaries of our knowledge about intelligence, development, and expansion on a geological timescale. As we ponder the intriguing possibility that advanced civilizations might have walked the Earth long before Homo sapiens, we must ask, what would be the legacies of such a civilization? Today's cultural tapestries, rich with traditions passed down through countless generations, invite us to examine how cultural elements could persist even through ages that defy memory. Preserved traditions serve as living threads, connecting past civilizations to our current world. These threads are woven from practices that, despite the passage of epochs, hold steadfast to their core motifs. Consider the enduring nature of storytelling. Across time and culture, storytelling has persisted as a vital vehicle for preserving knowledge and values. From the ancient epics chanted around firelit gatherings to the digital narratives shared on global platforms, stories serve as beacons of human experience, adapting in form, yet retaining their essence of conveying meaning and continuity. Cultural practices do not exist in stasis, however. They evolve, responding to new environments and understandings while maintaining their fundamental purpose. Traditional dances, for instance, often represent an amalgamation of ancient steps and modern influences. The classical ballet of the West draws roots from court dances of the 15th century, yet maintains relevance today through innovative choreographies that speak to contemporary audiences, demonstrating an adaptability that honors its origins while embracing change. Behind such preserved and adaptive traditions lie the methods of cultural transmission, ensuring that knowledge, skills, and philosophies endure. Oral traditions, replete with myths, histories, and wisdom, have long served as resilient conduits through which culture survives. Among indigenous groups worldwide, oral storytelling remains paramount, encoding details of ancestry, language, and law that transcend written records. Meanwhile, written language, art, and digital technologies have expanded these frontiers, allowing even more precise conveyance and archiving of cultural knowledge for posterity. Yet it's in our everyday lives that we find contemporary expressions of these deep-seated traditions. Consider the culinary arts. Ancient recipes, passed down through family generations, offer more than nourishment. They provide a visceral connection with ancestral heritage, seasoning each meal with a taste of history. Similarly, festivals that align with celestial cycles or harvests, whether an ancient solstice celebration or a modern cultural festival, remain bastions of communal identity, uniting people in celebration of continuity and shared heritage. In contemplating our own cultural practices amidst the possibility of ancient predecessors, one is reminded of humanity's indomitable spirit, to preserve meaning and identity. Whether we find evidence of earlier civilizations or not, our own cultural heritage reveals a profound capacity for both preservation and innovation. The traditions we uphold and the changes we embrace are testament to our resilience in an ever-evolving world. They remind us that as we march through time, we are sculptors of continuity, artisans of change, crafting our cultural legacies that may one day offer insights to unknown descendants thousands of years into the future, just as we seek understanding of those who have come before us. As we delve into the intriguing hypothesis that ancient technologically advanced civilizations might have existed on Earth long before humanity, it becomes essential to explore how such civilizations could have developed structured institutions to manage the complexities inherent in advanced societies. Institutions are the bedrock upon which any functioning civilization rests, providing stability, governance, and continuity. The hypothetical development of these institutions in a pre-human civilization encapsulates the adaptive prowess of intelligent life in meeting evolving challenges. At the heart of any organized society lies its political institutions. These would have been necessary to establish a cohesive structure for decision-making and resource management. In any advanced civilization, hierarchical governance could have arisen naturally as populations grew, requiring centralized authority to arbitrate disputes, manage resources, and coordinate collective efforts. Leadership systems, potentially akin to councils or consortiums, might have evolved to reflect the values and operational needs of the society, selecting leaders based on merit, lineage, or acumen. Religion or belief systems may have also played a crucial role, as they have in human history, providing a unifying narrative that binds individuals together with a shared sense of purpose and understanding. These systems would have sculpted cultural norms and ethical standards, forming the moral backbone of the society. Temples or sacred sites could have acted not only as centers of worship, but as community hubs where important social functions were carried out. Social structures would likely have addressed the intricacies of everyday life, managing interactions between different groups within the civilization. These could include class distinctions, professional guilds, or familial networks that delineated roles and responsibilities. The aim of such structures would be to ensure a harmony and cooperation among diverse societal segments, promoting economic stability and cultural continuity. Formal systems, including laws and customs, would have been devised to establish clear guidelines for behavior and interaction within the community. Codified laws might have governed everything from trade to interpersonal conduct, creating an ordered society where individuals could predict the consequences of their actions. Customs and traditions, meanwhile, would have reinforced social cohesion, offering a sense of identity and continuity through shared practices and celebrations. The overarching purpose of these institutions would have been to sustain and enhance the civilization's capacity to thrive by creating frameworks for governance, belief, interaction, and law. These institutions would have addressed complex societal needs, enabling the civilization to adapt to environmental challenges, manage resources efficiently, and foster innovation. These institutional formations reveal themselves as logical responses to the very real problems of organizing complex societies. As these societies evolved, their institutional structures would naturally reflect their progression, adapting in sophistication and function to meet emerging challenges and opportunities. By considering how institutions in a hypothetical ancient civilization might have formed and functioned, we not only gain insights into the past, but also reflect on the universal mechanisms through which intelligent life organizes itself in the face of complexity. Ultimately, this exploration reinforces the notion that institutions are not just products of necessity, but are also reflections of the shared aspirations and adaptive intelligence of a society striving to perpetuate itself across the ages. In the shadowed corridors of history, nestled amidst the grand tapestries of celestial discovery, lie the stories of individuals who have pondered the very same questions we explore today. These are the curious minds and pioneering spirits who dare to ask, what if we weren't the first? This question, at the heart of the Silurian Hypothesis, bridges the gap between our current understanding and the tantalizing possibility of ancient advanced predecessors. Take, for instance, the journey of Dr. Lila Richmond, an astrobiologist who grew up under the vast, star-studded skies of New Mexico. Her fascination with the universe began in childhood, inspired by tales of distant worlds and possibilities beyond our planet. As she matured, her scientific curiosity evolved into a deeper existential inquiry. The guiding question of her career became, if there was another civilization, what clues would they have left, and where should we look? Dr. Richmond's story is one of perseverance and intellectual courage, embodying a broader pattern of human inquiry into our origins. Her work synthesizes geology, archaeology, and astrobiology, seeking traces of past life forms that might have inhabited the Earth long before us. Her team scrutinizes geological formations dating back hundreds of millions of years, hunting for anomalies that could hint at non-natural origins. Every sample collected, every data point analyzed, represents a piece of a vast jigsaw puzzle, pressing yet tantalizingly elusive. Consider also the perspective of artisans and laborers from civilizations past, individuals whose daily lives were spent shaping the very earth we now study. The tools they crafted from stone, the pottery they etched with intricate designs, these artifacts tell a story, not only of human creativity and adaptation, but also of the temporal layers of civilization laid one over the other. From humble origins, these craftspeople engaged in exchanges that built the foundations of great societies. Their legacy reminds us of the quiet resilience that characterizes every great civilization, including any hypothetical ancient ones we seek to discover. Meanwhile, modern-day technology offers a bridge from ancient whispers to current probing. Satellite engineer Norris Singh, another compelling figure, brings the far reaches of technological innovation into sharp relief. Her work with space telescopes, examining distant atmospheres for signs of life, inspires thoughts about looking inward. Might we have missed signs of ancient life right here on Earth? Through personal insights and nocturnal moments of awe, peering into the night, Singh anchors our sense of wonder in the tangible work of technological advancement. Yet, if history teaches us anything, it's the unpredictability of human response to discovery. Families navigating historical winds often reflect this adaptability. Joseph and Sarah, a farm family from an early American settlement, faced environmental and societal changes that echo through time. Their diaries and letters reveal how they interpreted the natural world, finding balance between innovation and tradition in the face of challenges such as new agricultural techniques and climate shifts, a microcosm of survival strategies that any civilization must embrace. The stories of Dr. Richmond, the artisans of yore, Nora Singh, and the family of Joseph and Sarah demonstrate a universal truth. Our past, whether known or imagined, shapes our present and fuels our quest for knowledge. Unraveling the threads of the Silurian Hypothesis may unveil not only the secrets of the Earth's past, but also profound insights into the resilience of the human spirit. Through their eyes, we explore not just the potential of lost civilizations, but also the continuity of exploration and discovery that defines us as a species. Their lives remind us of the threads that bind humanity across time: curiosity, creativity, and a relentless pursuit of meaning. In exploring the hypothetical presence of an advanced civilization predating humanity, the Silurian Hypothesis beckons us to imagine the cultural identity and characteristics of such a civilization. Were another intelligent life form to have thrived on Earth millions of years before us, their culture would be an intricate tapestry woven from the threads of their unique evolutionary journey, environmental interactions, and technological advancements. The distinctive features of this civilization would likely be shaped by their adaptation to Earth's conditions and the particular challenges they faced. Would their advanced intelligence have led to complex societies with hierarchical structures, or perhaps a more collective, egalitarian approach to living? These choices would inform their cultural expressions, from art and literature to customs and traditions. Imagine murals not only depicting their environment, but also intricate stories of their cosmology, morality, and history. Just as humanity uses art to navigate and reflect upon existence, the civilization would channel its creativity into expressions serving as both documentation and inspiration. Literature and symbolic communication would be pivotal in preserving knowledge across generations, potentially leading to an early form of written language encoded with their values and beliefs. As for their value systems, such a civilization would have cultivated principles and worldviews that guided behavior and societal norms. Whether focused on sustainability, harmony with nature, or technological prowess, these guiding tenets would be reflected in their daily practices and societal organization. The way they harnessed resources, managed conflicts, and celebrated their successes would offer insights into their ethical frameworks and philosophical contemplations. Identity markers within this civilization would be equally telling, offering clues about social structures, variations in cultural roles, and individual identities. How did they delineate status or profession? Were there symbolic adornments, attire, or rituals that bound members together or distinguished subgroups within their society? These markers of identity, shaped by both internal dynamics and external influences, would highlight the diversity and unity within their cultural tapestry. Throughout history, cultural identity has functioned as a dynamic system, providing meaning, purpose, and continuity. In the context of the Silurian Hypothesis, cultural characteristics would have emerged from the interplay of historical circumstances and human or pre-human creativity, serving as a testament to the adaptive resilience of intelligent life. Specific examples of their cultural expressions might include tools or artifacts intricately crafted to reflect both aesthetic beauty and practical utility, indicating a symbiotic relationship between function and form, much like our own evolutionary trajectory. Connecting these cultural developments to broader historical contexts, such as geological shifts and climatic changes, allows us to appreciate the profound interplay between environment and culture. Such a civilization might have developed rituals to honor natural cycles, perhaps venerating celestial events that marked agricultural rhythms or navigational skills. In contemplating these cultural expressions, we engage with the natural human response to shared experiences, our innate drive to create, communicate, and construct meaning. In doing so, we expand our appreciation for the myriad ways of organizing identity and purpose across potential expressions of life, reminding us of the deep seated kinship that binds all sentient beings within the cosmic narrative. As we draw our investigation of the Silurian Hypothesis, the question of whether a technologically advanced civilization existed on Earth before humanity, to a thoughtful conclusion, we find ourselves in a tapestry woven across eons. This exploration, bridging myriad disciplines and epochs, is a reminder of the profound interconnectedness that defines both historical and cosmic journeys. From the depths of Earth's geological history, through the layers of sediment and across the grand expanse of the cosmos, we trace narratives that are at once unique and universally resonant. Our journey began with the bedrock of paleontology, where the ancient whispers of the Silurian period, around 443 to 419 million years ago, prompted us to examine Earth's past with fresh eyes. This epoch's lapse into obscurity raised provocative questions, urging a synthesis of geology, climate science, and planetary astronomy. Through the lens of astrobiology and our understanding of life as a cosmic phenomenon, we see Earth not as a unique island, but a potential chapter in an ongoing universal saga of life. The Silurian Hypothesis itself, originally a speculative scientific query, serves as a fulcrum of interdisciplinary dialogue. With the precision of archaeology and the ponderous reach of evolutionary biology, we piece together scattered clues, seeking whether traces of prior advanced life might have been fossilized beyond conventional recognition. The imaginative leap to probe this hypothesis draws from theoretical physics, suggesting that our understanding of the universe and past civilizations must adapt in light of new technological discovery. As we evaluate this hypothesis, humanity's narrative emerges, our contributions that echo deeper than mere scientific pursuit. The Silurian Hypothesis reminds us of the imperative for humility and reflection as stewards of our planet. It prompts fundamental questions about the longevity of civilizations, resource use, and environmental stewardship, all critical concerns we confront today. These considerations tie historical scientific inquiry with the contemporary discipline of sustainability and planetary management, highlighting echoes across time. In acknowledging the peaceful continuity of this inquiry and its implications, we look to cultures worldwide where oral traditions and mythologies recall cycles of creation and destruction. These cultural repositories, much like the tangible geological record, offer narratives of resilience, adaptation, and perpetual rebirth, elements crucial to our survival and continuity. So we settle into a peaceful resolution, understanding that the Silurian Hypothesis, whether proving true or staying as an imaginative conjecture, enriches our narrative of human development. Historical understanding is both a prism and a mirror, reflecting what we know about ourselves and revealing the interconnected tapestry of life across eons. Our journey, while suggesting closure, leaves the aperture for future inquiry wide open. This inquiry gifts us more than answers. It offers a broader appreciation of human heritage and shared responsibility. By contemplating our own existence alongside the possibilities of past civilizations, we deepen our connection to Earth, cherish its mysteries, and grow inspired by a shared lineage of curious, sentient beings. The narrative, while providing a sense of completion, is a testament to the infinite potential and unfolding stories of both our planet and the universe, promoting rest and contemplation, a gentle reminder of our place in the cosmos. In the grand tapestry of Earth's history, the Silurian Hypothesis posits a provocative question. Could there have been an advanced civilization on Earth long before humans, perhaps millions of years ago? To delve into this notion, we must first establish a foundational context that allows us to explore the possibilities of such ancient origins. This narrative begins with an understanding of geological time, where our modern perspective on ancient civilizations is stretched across vast eons, epochs that span hundreds of millions of years. Geologically speaking, we locate ourselves in a period known as the Anthropocene, but to consider previous advanced civilizations, we turn the clock back to epochs like the Silurian, which occurred roughly 443 to 419 million years ago. This era, named after the Celtic tribe Silures, marks a time of significant evolutionary developments on Earth. The Silurian period is characterized by the stabilization of Earth's climate following the devastating ice ages of the preceding Ordovician period. This stabilization led to rich marine biodiversity, with coral reefs taking root and the first bony fish appearing in the oceans. On land, the plant kingdom began to emerge, with simple vascular plants colonizing land masses for the first time. The atmospheric conditions were drastically different, with lower oxygen levels and different configurations of continental masses known as Gondwana. To consider the possibility of a technologically advanced species during such ancient times requires us to apply a multidisciplinary lens, integrating geology, biology, and archaeology. Hypothetically, if a civilization did exist in this remote past, their markers might be subtle, embedded in geological strata, or influenced by the rock record. Key elements to explore include how traces of such a civilization could be detected or have been inadvertently erased by dynamic geological processes, reshaping the Earth's surface across millennia. Our quest begins with these terrestrial conditions as the canvas for a narrative that is both rooted in scientific curiosity and the bold imagination that drives human inquiry into our planet's deepest past. As we delve into the deep questions proposed by the Silurian hypothesis, one pivotal theme echoing across time is the resilience of civilizations in confronting existential challenges. Today, humanity faces its own set of hurdles, from climate change to resource depletion. But what if we were not the first species on Earth to navigate such complex tribulations? Let us explore the challenges that an ancient, advanced civilization might have faced, highlighting the universal themes of adaptation and endurance. Imagine a sophisticated pre-human civilization arising during the Silurian period around 430 million years ago. This hypothetical society enjoys advancements that propel them towards prosperity, yet soon encounters severe challenges that test the limits of their survival. Rapid environmental changes, perhaps triggered by climatic shifts or a surge in volcanic activity, could pose significant threats to their infrastructure and daily lives. Just as present day humanity grapples with altering weather patterns and rising seas, our imagined advanced predecessors might have experienced similar climate upheavals on an ancient Earth. Confronted with such daunting crises, the hypothetical civilization would have needed to employ innovative solutions, striving to adapt without access to the technological sophistication we possess today. Perhaps they turned to nascent forms of geoengineering, trying to mitigate environmental damage by modifying their surroundings. Their response strategies might have involved rerouting water flows or creating artificial barriers against encroaching seas. Over time, adaptations would inevitably occur. This ancient society might have developed more sustainable ways of living, designing consumption practices that align with the planet's natural cycles. They might have diversified food sources through primitive genetic modifications or safeguarded biodiversity by creating protected natural reserves, concepts that resonate with current environmental strategies. Such adaptations underscore an intrinsic resilience, showcasing the remarkable flexibility societies must wield in responding to existential threats. Through trial and error, this civilization would learn about resource limitations and the importance of balancing technological advancement with ecological harmony. This process of adaptation and response not only reveals how crises can catalyze innovation, but also offers a poignant lesson on sustainability that echoes through the eons to our modern world. The experience of our theoretical pre-human civilization highlights a profound truth. Challenges are intrinsic to the progression of any advanced society. Adapting by leveraging creativity and resilience transforms difficulties into opportunities for growth as they navigated their way through complex problems. These ancient beings might have come to appreciate their dependence on their planet, unlocking a deeper understanding of their place within the web of life that sustains all species. By considering this Silurian scenario, we find valuable insights for our own time. It offers a narrative of hope, emphasizing that while humanity faces unprecedented challenges, and we possess the same extraordinary capacity for adaptation and problem solving that would have been essential to any civilization across history. In facing our own ecological and technological challenges, there is much we can learn from both real and hypothetical narratives of survival and ingenuity. This perspective encourages us to see obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as powerful catalysts for learning, innovation, and enduring progress. So, while the Silurian hypothesis remains speculative, it invites us to reflect on the enduring themes of resilience and adaptability in the great tapestry of life, urging an appreciation for our potential to overcome and thrive. As we ponder the implications of the Silurian hypothesis, it invites us to reflect deeply on the lessons embedded within our understanding of Earth's history. These reflections extend beyond the mere question of whether an ancient civilization could have preceded us, reaching into the core of human development and our connection to the cosmic timeline. At the heart of these lessons lies the intricate tapestry of historical patterns, human nature, social evolution, and their universal applicability. Historically, Our interpretation of change has been marked by moments of profound realization, where incremental discoveries culminate in transformative understandings. The notion of a prior advanced civilization challenges our conventional timelines and reminds us that history is not linear, but rather an intricate dance of rise, fall, and renewal. This perspective prompts us to view change not merely as progress, but as an ongoing cycle, echoing the rhythms of cosmic and earthly phenomena alike. The Silurian Hypothesis encourages us to consider our civilization's place in the cyclical narrative, where the potential for forgotten complexities parallels our own fragile tenure on this planet. Human nature, within this narrative, reveals itself as a tapestry of curiosity, resilience, and adaptability. The quest to uncover and reconcile potential evidence of pre human societies speaks to an innate drive to explore the unfamiliar and make sense of our past. This pursuit connects us across generations and societies, highlighting a shared desire for understanding and meaning. It underscores a fundamental trait of human nature, an unyielding curiosity, leading us to seek answers to questions that transcend immediate necessity. Understanding how human communities grow and change through the lessons of the past offers profound insights into social development. The Silurian Hypothesis reminds us that societal growth is often spurred by both necessity and innovation. Historical narratives hint at the ebb and flow of civilizations, suggesting that human societies are resilient yet vulnerable. They grow through adaptation, fueled by creativity, and are invariably shaped by environmental and cosmic forces beyond immediate control. These lessons reverberate through time and space, offering guidance for contemporary challenges. In an era marked by rapid technological advancement and environmental strain, the idea of a lost civilization serves as a poignant reminder of the impermanence of societal constructs. It urges a reflection on sustainability, encouraging humanity to pursue advancements that respect both the terrestrial and cosmic balance. Universal applications of these insights extend globally, transcending cultural, temporal, and spatial boundaries. Just as ancient lessons resonate today, understanding our past enriches our capacity to make informed decisions for the future. It invites collective stewardship of Earth, acknowledging that while civilizations may rise and fall, the impacts of their choices echo through time. Embracing historical knowledge as a source of wisdom enables societies to navigate the complexities of existence with humility and foresight. In uncovering and contemplating the Silurian Hypothesis, we unlock a profound appreciation for the cyclical narratives of our planet and humanity's interwoven role within them. It is a wisdom that beckons us to perceive history not as mere events, but as a rich continuum, a gift of insight inviting us to nurture our environment and each other, safeguarding the promise of coexistence and preservation for generations to come. As we delve into the concept of the Silurian Hypothesis, the notion that an ancient civilization could have existed on Earth long before humans challenges our understanding of transformation and change on planetary scales. To contemplate this possibility, we must consider both the internal and external pressures that drive transformation across eons, the processes by which change occurs, and the lasting impacts on the evolutionary and geological timeline of our planet. One major internal force for change is Earth's dynamic geological processes. Plate tectonics, volcanic activity, and shifting climates create an ever changing environment where life must adapt or perish. These natural mechanisms have continuously reshaped continents, oceans, and the atmosphere, compelling inhabitants, hypothetical or otherwise, to evolve in response. Externally, our planet is subject to influences from the cosmos, asteroid impacts, solar radiation, and even gravitational interactions with the moon and other celestial bodies exert significant pressure for change, sometimes abrupt and catastrophic. These external forces can trigger mass extinctions, offering both an end and a new beginning, setting the stage for transformation. If an advanced pre human civilization had existed, their adaptations to such forces might have mirrored our own, with technological advances designed to stabilize and utilize these dynamic conditions. The process of transformation for any hypothetical ancient civilization would have required innovation and resilience. Within their own timeline, they might have developed technologies to manage resources, perhaps devising ways to harness geothermal energy or mitigate the impact of natural disasters. They would have engineered societal adaptations to shifting climates, much as we face the challenge of climate change today. This transformation process, obligatory for survival, might leave faint geological signatures detectable only by our most sensitive instruments. What new characteristics might emerge from such a transformation? Perhaps an evolved understanding of planetary stewardship, recognition of the delicate balance needed to maintain a habitable world. They could have left ecological markers, such as anomalies in isotopic ratios within sediment layers, indicating the exploitation of specific resources or the manipulation of the biosphere. Markers we are only beginning to learn how to interpret with precision. Yet within this framework of transformation, where continuity and change intersect, fundamental aspects of Earth's makeup would remain unaltered. The forces of gravity, atmospheric composition, and basic chemical cycles persist through epochs, providing a consistent canvas upon which life's history is painted. It is this continuity that anchors our investigations, linking ancient transformations to contemporary scientific revelations. By exploring the Silurian hypothesis, we engage with the idea that transformation is neither a disruption nor a failure of natural processes, but rather an integral thread in the tapestry of Earth's story. This perspective fosters a deeper appreciation of how change is both a response to and a catalyst for resilience and innovation, creating opportunities for growth and presenting new challenges. Recognizing transformation as a natural and necessary process, we not only contemplate the tantalizing possibility of an ancient civilization, but also reflect on how our own society might navigate the same universal forces. In doing so, we gain insights into how transformation has historically served adaptive purposes, ensuring the continuity of life and the perpetual unfolding of possibility. Relationships with others in the context of the Silurian hypothesis challenge our understanding of intercivilizational interactions on a planetary scale. The hypothesis posits the potential existence of an advanced civilization predating humans, adding a speculative layer to our planet's history that could reshape our view of ancient diplomatic, cultural, and economic dynamics. Diplomatic relations in this speculative past would have entailed formal connections between disparate groups or colonies, reflecting a complex societal structure capable of sustaining extended communication networks. These relationships would mirror our current understanding of diplomacy, wherein separate entities acknowledged mutual recognition and coordinated with one another, whether through symbolic councils or intricate treaties. Imagine then that what little evidence remains of this civilization might suggest there were zones designated for negotiation, similar to United Nations like structures, where peace accords and trade agreements could be negotiated, reflecting an understanding of coexistence. Cultural exchange would have been paramount, as ideas, practices, and innovations are rarely contained within borders. The hypothetical ancient civilization might have developed mechanisms for sharing knowledge across their society, and perhaps even with different species, just as today's human cultures develop through the confluence of language, art, and technology. So too might this lost civilization have engaged in shared rituals, artistic expressions, and technological advancements that have influenced the nascent human cultures that followed. This could imply that some of what we consider ancient aspects of our own civilizations might have had their roots in these exchanges, with traditions passed down through generations, obscured over millennia as myth and lore. Economic connections would likely have revolved around robust trade networks, facilitating the exchange of goods, technologies, and workforce expertise. Such interactions would hint at an advanced understanding of agriculture, mineral utilization, and perhaps even energy resources management, propelling internal development while mitigating resource scarcity. Trade routes, just as they did for human societies, could underpin economic power and stability, fostering growth and specialization. Through these routes, materials necessary for construction and innovation would have circulated, encouraging a cosmopolitan amalgamation of different regional capabilities. Conflicts in cooperation would have been inevitable as both competitive and collaborative forces shaped their development. The remnants of this civilization might point to territorial disputes resolved through warfare or negotiation, impacting social hierarchies and technological progress. Simultaneously, cooperation over common concerns, like climate shifts or extraterrestrial threats, may have prompted alliances that fueled advancements in science and resource management. The understanding and intentions that guided these relationships would transcend mere survival, potentially orchestrating large-scale projects akin to modern infrastructure endeavors. By examining these relationships through a Silurian lens, we see how interconnectedness would have been a driving force behind such a hypothesized civilization. They likely understood the necessity of balancing isolationism with engagement, recognizing that external influences were integral to internal growth, yet potentially perilous if not carefully managed. These complex interactions, whether theoretical or tangible, offer a window into broader patterns of human interaction that echo throughout history. By postulating this forgotten civilization, we not only question our self-importance, but also reaffirm our affinity for connection, a timeless echo of our collective desire to reach out beyond ourselves for cooperation, inspiration, and shared progress. Such speculation, while not confirmed by extant evidence, nonetheless serves to enrich our understanding of humanity's potential interconnectedness with the cosmos, urging us to explore every facet of our historical experience for understanding our place in the universe. In the vast tapestry of Earth's history, The Silurian Hypothesis proposes a radical idea. What if advanced civilizations existed on our planet long before humans ever walked the Earth? This hypothesis challenges our understanding of progress and creativity. Achievements and contributions of such a hypothetical civilization could have profoundly shaped the course of life on Earth, creating rich legacies in science, technology, and culture that resonate across time. Let's embark on a speculative journey where we consider what those accomplishments might comprise. Imagine a past civilization whose major accomplishments were not unlike our own, yet unique in their time. Utilizing the resources and opportunities afforded by a prehistoric world, these predecessors could have pioneered advancements in energy harnessing, possibly exploiting geothermal or tidal forces before humanity even mastered fire. The discovery and utilization of such energies might have propelled technological and infrastructural innovations that stand unparalleled, crafting materials centuries ahead of our modern counterparts, such as biocompatible polymers or even materials capable of self repair. These hypothetical ancestors could have set a foundation that inspired human ingenuity millennia later. Their strides in scientific domains might have rivaled the breakthroughs of our own eras. Perhaps they developed early formalisms of the scientific method, driven by a curiosity to understand natural phenomena, leading them to explore quantum mechanics or the intricacies of genetics long before these concepts entered the human lexicon. Their deep grasp of biochemistry and ecosystems may have allowed them to curate on a macroscopic scale, fostering biodiversity, managing ecosystems, and preventing extinctions in ways we still strive to emulate. Cultural contributions from such a civilization would provide rich tapestries of art, philosophy, and literature, steeped in interpretations of existence and cosmology. These works, while potentially inaccessible to us now, might have included representations of natural wonders, narratives of creation, and reflections on the universe's ultimate nature. These creations might have influenced later human cultures, indirectly seeping into the myths and archetypes shared across civilizations. The lasting impact of this civilization could manifest in ways subtle yet profound. By pioneering key technological or environmental practices, they may have unknowingly preserved the conditions that allowed human civilization to eventually flourish. Perhaps their innovations in sustainable living left enduring ecological legacies that became the foundation upon which future societies, including ours, could build. Their intellectual and cultural legacies, even if lost to the sands of time, might find echoes in humanity's eternal pursuit of knowledge and beauty, reminding us of our place in the continuum of earthly life. Speculative exploration invites us to appreciate the potential of civilizations past and present to transform and enrich the broader human narrative. It highlights the immense power latent within sentient beings to leave a lasting mark on their worlds, regardless of the aeon in which they rise. Such a possibility fuels our appreciation for the creative and intellectual gifts passed down through generations. In contemplating these parallels, we celebrate a hypothetical heritage that encourages us to dream bigger and strive toward even greater contributions to the collective legacy of intelligent life on Earth. As we delve into the Silurian hypothesis, the provocative question of whether Earth could have hosted a technologically advanced civilization long before humans naturally extends to a broader global context. This exploration invites us to consider not only the distinct possibility of ancient terrestrial civilizations, but also how this concept fits into the vast narrative of human interconnectedness and shared development. Our planet's geological and cultural landscapes serve as palimpsests of history, echoing the whisperings of time and the cosmic symphony in which Earth plays its unique part. Throughout human history, civilizations have risen, flourished, and faded, each leaving indelible marks on the world stage. The idea that another civilization might have existed millions of years ago offers profound implications for how we understand these global patterns. It prompts us to ask, what if the marks of an ancient civilization have been erased by the relentless churn of geological processes? The intriguing parallels in societal evolution, from tool-making to urbanization, across distant cultures on our planet, showcase a tapestry of influence and innovation that transcends borders and epochs. If an advanced ancient civilization once thrived, its impact, or the absence thereof, may have echoed through time to influence human societies in subtle and mysterious ways. Parallel to the exploration of our own fossil records and the stories captured within them, the search for such a civilization forces us to consider the clues left behind by geological processes. This perspective invites scientists from multiple disciplines, geologists, archaeologists, and climate scientists, to collaborate, seeking subtle anomalies in the sedimentary record that could suggest industrialization prior to humankind. In tracing these possibilities, we fulfill a deeply rooted global tradition, the quest for understanding our place in the cosmos. The Silurian Hypothesis, therefore, becomes a universal narrative of exploration, wonder, and the endless quest for knowledge, a mirror reflecting humanity's innate drive to comprehend not only what lies beyond our grasp, but also what predates our very existence. Far beyond its implications for Earth alone, this inquiry resonates with astrobiology and the search for life beyond our planet. If life can rise to civilization here, despite countless planetary catastrophes, then what of other worlds? Could they too have stories of civilizations erased by time? The extrapolation of this hypothesis to the cosmos underscores humanity's cosmic optimism and intellectual curiosity, linking our destiny to the stars. This global conversation echoes through contemporary international cooperation in scientific exploration, from the joint missions in space to collective efforts in climate change mitigation. The pursuit of answers, whether about past civilizations or extraterrestrial life, fosters collaboration that transcends geographical and cultural boundaries, embodying a shared heritage of scientific endeavor. Thus, the Silurian Hypothesis serves not only as a tantalizing thought experiment, but as a testament to the universal significance of understanding our shared history. It invites us to appreciate the intricate dance of life and time, where every hypothesis contributes to the broader mosaic of human heritage. By connecting the specific narrative of a possible ancient civilization to the larger tapestry of global human experience, we enrich our understanding of who we are and where we might be headed, both on Earth and throughout the universe. As we cast our gaze toward the future through the lens of the Silurian Hypothesis, the tantalizing notion that an advanced civilization may have once thrived on Earth long before humanity, we find ourselves at the intersection of possibility and evidence. In recent years, advancing technologies in geology, archaeology, and artificial intelligence offer glimpses into our planet's enigmatic past, suggesting promising directions for future exploration. Current trends in these fields are opening new routes for inquiry, with geophysical techniques becoming increasingly sophisticated. We can delve deeper into Earth's layers, seeking traces of unusual isotopic anomalies or technological artifacts buried within ancient strata. Concurrently, machine learning algorithms are revolutionizing data analysis, enabling researchers to detect patterns and anomalies in vast geological data sets that may signify past civilization activity. These advances are reinforced by our growing understanding of climate science and its historical impacts. Historical foundations ground this exploration. Our quest to understand past civilizations, including our own, informs the methodologies and technologies we now employ. The study of ancient societies has taught us to look for evidence in unlikely places, an approach we apply today as we search for indicators of pre-human civilization encoded in Earth's geological record. This foundation suggests that by recognizing historical markers of human development, from infrastructure to metallurgy, we can identify what traces another civilization might leave behind. However, potential challenges loom. The primary obstacle remains the degradation of evidence over geological timescales. The immense temporal scales involved complicate discoveries, as natural processes such as erosion and plate tectonics may have obliterated or deeply buried remains. Furthermore, interpreting ambiguous evidence poses risks of misinterpretation. Differentiating naturally occurring geological formations from ancient human-like intervention requires a cautious, multidisciplinary approach. Here, historical understanding provides a guide. Lessons from archaeological misinterpretations remind us to maintain a critical yet open-minded approach, using interdisciplinary collaboration to refine hypotheses and methodologies, turning our sight to the horizon of possibilities. The exploration of the Silurian Hypothesis invites us to consider the implications of discovering a prehistoric civilization. Such a revelation could transform our understanding of intelligence, offering insights into alternative civilizational development pathways and resilient strategies against environmental challenges, knowledge that might help guide our own society in navigating future climate uncertainties. Moreover, the pursuit of this knowledge underscores a broader theme in human development: our innate curiosity and tenacity in confronting the unknown. This reflects a continuous historical process. Our search for meaning and understanding is ever evolving, shaped by new technologies and the cumulative wisdom of past generations. Looking forward, we must temper our expectations with realism, acknowledging both the limits of our current technology and the unpredictable nature of scientific discovery. Yet history teaches us that humanity is adept at surmounting obstacles, armed with creativity and adaptability. As we explore the cosmic frontier and consider the Silurian possibility, we engage not only with Earth's deep past, but with the essence of our future potential. In embracing uncertainty and complexity, we continue a legacy of exploration, drawing on the past to illuminate potential pathways forward, driven by the hope and promise of uncovering deeper truths about our universe and our place within it. In our search to understand whether Earth might have once hosted another civilization long before humanity's reign, the Silurian Hypothesis opens a fascinating arena for comparative analysis. by scrutinizing the potential traces of pre-human industrial civilizations, we not only dive into Earth's deep time, but also gain insights by contrasting this with other planetary histories and speculative possibilities. Historically, Earth's modern civilization, emerging over thousands of years, is a direct reflection of progressive technological and cultural layering. Here, comparative perspectives with other speculative or hypothetical civilizations, such as Martian or Venusian, illuminate the intricate web of evolution and sustainability. Comparing these potential histories, we find intriguing similarities and differences shaped by planetary environments. For instance, Mars's history might suggest a civilization stifled by planetary desiccation, as opposed to potential Earth civilizations possibly disrupted by climate-shifting events, such as asteroid impacts. Comparatively, the Silurian Hypothesis proposes that signs of ancient civilization, potentially obscured by millions of years of geological and biological turnover, raise unique challenges in detection considering the vast timescales and dynamic planetary processes involved. Yet such civilization, if it existed, would need to have impacted its environment to emulate the anthropogenic markers we recognize today. This leads us into exploring common patterns of civilizations, both real and hypothetical, primarily the environmental fingerprints they leave behind. We recognize industrial activity characterized by alteration of surface minerals, isotopic anomalies, and chemical residues as universal markers of significant technological presence. This anticipation of discovering geosignatures forms a foundational query in astrobiology as we look beyond Earth. Meanwhile, unique characteristics underscore the interplay of extraterrestrial factors. Unlike Earth, where the Silurian Hypothesis contemplates whether life intrinsically rises to industrial complexity given time, Mars and Venus prompt reflection on whether catastrophic planetary changes could cap or entirely extinguish evolutionary trajectories. However, what binds these speculative narratives together are the common patterns and themes that recur: the development of technology, environmental alteration, and eventual sustainability challenges, echoing universal tales of rise and collapse. Such comparative insight reveals human development as part of larger narrative arcs over cosmic time, transformations that might mirror or foreshadow Earth's own trajectory. Through this comparative lens, understanding deepens, not just regarding a hypothetical ancient civilization, but also our own. What indicators future civilizations might glean from today, and how survival and adaptation continue to be central themes in the theater of cosmic evolution. By employing comparative analysis, we foster a deeper appreciation for the relentless march of time, the resilience and vulnerability embodied in civilizations, and the fleeting nature of human presence within the grand cosmic opera. It invites us to ponder not hierarchies of advancement, but connections across time, where Earth itself, with all its secrets, becomes a chapter in the broader cosmic story.